I'm Jared Craig with the Veterans for America First and Veterans for Trump. I'm proud to announce our endorsement of Josue Rodriguez, who's running for State House in Iowa in District 97. He's an America First candidate who is willing to stand up and support the Constitution against all odds and fight for his seat in District 97 in Iowa. So, Mr. Rodriguez, thank you for coming to the podcast. And I want you to talk to your voters about your motivation, what brings you to this race, and what you're going to do once elected.
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much for having me. I think it's very important that we realize what's happening in our country. And I think that's a big motivation for myself. When I realized that in District 97, there was no Republican running in the ticket, I threw my name in the hat and said, okay, I'm going to run for this. I'm going to stand for Davenport. Davenport, Iowa is a city that I live in. And I want to bring in conservative, common sense, conservative values to our city and begin to work together with our officials to improve our city, to continue to improve the state of Iowa. And those are my goals. I have a 5-year-old daughter, Elena, a 2-year-old son, Isaac. And I was concerned about what the future is going to look like for them 10 years down the road from here. If these radical left ideologies continue in our schools, in our government, I'm concerned about what their life is going to look like. And I know I'm not the only one. I know I'm not the only one in our district that feels that way. And so I felt an obligation. I felt a sense that I needed to step up and stand up for those folks and say, hey, I'm not the only one. Let's go together. Let's work together. Let's protect our families from these ideologies, protect our schools, our community. Let's get back to common sense, conservative values that will value our families, our schools, our communities, our state, our country. And that's one of the reasons why I'm so strongly motivated to run here as Iowa State Representative in District 97.
Well, District 97, you said it's in Davenport is the main hub city there, population center. What is
Yes.
the population of your district?
It is around 100,000 for the whole city. It's something that's called the Quad Cities, and it's composed of 4 cities, 2 in Iowa, Bettendorf and Davenport, and then we have 2 across the river, the Mississippi, in Illinois, which would be Moline and Rock Island. So total population, when you consider all those 4 cities, is around 250 to 350,000 folks, and the greater area around the city.
And I'm assuming that all of your voters buy gas and groceries and other things. Have they shown in your area a concern on the economic factors?
Absolutely. As of the reporting from this morning, that when I took a look, it said that the average family in America now is paying on average $28,000 more for living costs compared to when they did under Trump. And I can tell you that that is an absolutely true factor in our case. And I'll share this. As a millennial having a good job, my wife has a great job. We purchased our home in 2021. We didn't go at the top end of what we can purchase. We purchased a home that we felt comfortable with making payments. We have 2 cars. None of them are brand new. We bought used cars because we wanted to have a buffer for our finances every year. We put about $20,000 buffer.
Pretty smart.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, guess what? Now under Biden, I have $0 left over every single month, and I'm just paying for my food, my grocery bill, my electricity has gone up, my gas has gone up, my property values have gone up.
Right.
And it's just difficult to keep up with the expenses currently. And even Kamala Harris has mentioned that their expenses have gone up under their leadership. And I think it's very frustrating because a lot of Americans, a lot of young Americans, even older Americans feel like we've done the right thing to try to get ahead. And now, by no fault of our own, we're stuck. And that's unfair.
Yeah, inflation hits all of us. It's the burglar who hits every home. It's the flat tax of the left. And you're right to have been conservative. Sorry for the overuse of the term. Conservative in your finances, conservative in your forecasting and budgeting. That inflation monster has hit even the most conservative. And you're on I'll say the beginning of profitability as a millennial working at the people on fixed incomes that are going to be impacted way worse than this. When the dollar's devalued, my goodness, if we're going to have 4 more years of a Kamala Harris uh, waltz nonsense, this is only going to get worse. And what I understand is your opponent is pretty much in lockstep with the Harris waltz agenda. And I don't think that that's the best thing for the United States. And I don't think that's the best thing for Iowa, and much less Davenport and District 97. So if you had voters who wanted to find out more about your campaign, where would you send them?
So the first thing I would send them is to josuerodriguez.org. There you'll find more information about myself, some of the reasons why I'm running, what I hope to do once I get into the state legislature. And all the information is there. We also have social media, Josue Rodriguez for Iowa on Facebook, Instagram. We're on X as well. We put out all the information out there so people can look into who I am and why I'm running. And one of the things that I mentioned in here is that I'm running not because of politics, but because of people. And I think we do a very good job of showing that in our social media and our website. I'm a people person. I've been a pastor for over 7 years, always interacting with our community, helping our community. I just felt very strongly that I could not continue to sit on the sidelines. I needed to expand this and reach more people because I truly care about them, and that's the truth. Before running for office, I cared for people. Now that I'm running for office, I still care about people, and I want to do the right thing for them.
And on your website, they can learn how to volunteer and help you out, find more information, and also donate.
Absolutely. You can donate online through our website. If you send us an email, you will connect with us personally, and we will put you to work here. We'll put you door knocking. That's actually one of my favorite things to do. We'll go door knocking and let people know about our campaign and why we feel so strongly that we can win this November.
Well, one thing that I'm noticing, even in blue districts, is that the average person understands it's not necessarily red versus blue, but it's the government against you. And we're seeing that tension illustrate the absurdities of the Democratic Party. So I want to motivate everybody in District 97 in Iowa to get to the ballot box, vote early if you can. If you're not in town, get an absentee ballot, but make your vote count. Don't forget to vote. November 5th is the election day. October 7th is the last day to register to vote. So make sure your vote counts, get it out, and ensure that you elect Rodriguez for District 97.
Absolutely. So, am I missing something? I'm sorry, I missed
No,
something
no,
there.
no. I can't click the